46 cars in the past year and a half.
How are you enjoying the setup so far?
It's insane. I don't even know how to read it. That's the pitch I want. That's exactly what I want. I got the exhaust and everything before I got the car.
The experience that you're getting is like hypercar level of sound.
Seriously insane setup.
You happy?
Oh yeah.
What's up everybody? Welcome back to Valvetronic. I'm going to meet our good friend Liam Raff. He just installed the Valvetronic free flow headers on his Huracan STO paired to our true F1 catback, which I'm really excited to hear it in person, but not only that, but showcase to all of you what is truly the best sounding Huracan STO now on our the first Lamborghini Huracan in the USA, STO or not, to have our headers and the true F1. So you guys are really going to enjoy all of the different sound characteristics that we're able to show in this video. What's good, bro? What the is this? What's up, bro? What'd you bring a whole Oh, what is this? What's up, bro? I'm Shane. Nice to meet you. Thank you, bro. Okay. Traction's already off. I just met this guy. We're gonna go head over to the shop. Wrap shop. This is it, bro. This is it. Bro, the wrap job, though? Looks good.
SPJ what?
This is actually the person who owns all of the cars. This is Liam.
What's up, chat? My name's Liam Rafizada. Go by Liam Raffi on Instagram. My main business is in like influencer marketing, content marketing and stuff like that, just social media in general. I have a lot of startups and software and stuff, but I also do a lot of investing. I've been a big crypto investor over the years.
You haven't really even been into cars that much up until like a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah, my wife at the time, my girlfriend, she crashed her car, and then I was just like frustrated with us sharing a car for like 2 weeks. It just was very hard to talk, like, you know, share one car between two people.
Yeah.
So I just went out, I bought a Gen 2 Raptor. I was like, oh, this is like very easy to buy cars. And every single weekend after that, I bought a Dodge Durango Hellcat the next week. Then I upgraded my Raptor to a TRX. My buddy bought an M340, and then to one up him, I bought an M3 Competition.
To one up him, it's crazy.
And then down there, it was just downhill.
It was just downhill from there.
Downhill.
Yeah.
Every single week and month, I was just buying new cars.
So you probably had like over 50 cars at this point.
I've done 46 cars in the past year and a half.
A whole bunch of different cars, but that kind of brings us to this point where you have your current cheese fleet, is what you call it?
We've always called it cheese fleet for past, at one moment I had a Turbo S, a McLaren, and a Lamborghini. I just wrapped everything orange.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
cheese
just a joke.
fleet, sick. So where are we off to now? Your casa?
No, our drift spot.
Oh. I can literally feel it in my feet, bro.
You happy?
Oh yeah. She drifts. We're gonna see if this one slides too.
Hey, who is that guy? He kind of looks like me.
Huh?
Why does he look so similar?
Too smoky for you guys to see, I bet.
That was sick as fuck. Holy shit.
This is your
992 Turbo S, 23 or 24.
yeah.
It's got a heritage interior, absolutely gorgeous inside.
Sick. I think it's one of my favorite cars out of the whole collection that he's, you know, very blissfully let me drive.
Insane
this
take.
weekend. You can call it crazy. I just think that
It's a
this
crazy
is
take.
this is pure class. Like, this is truly a classy car. The way you've tastefully modified it. It doesn't have the right exhaust, so we're not going to talk about that, but it's okay. But yeah, how much power do you think it's making?
Somewhere between like 780 to 840. I think 840 is the accurate.
Everyone at Valvetronic, I'm sure, you know, if you're watching this video, you're probably a BMW fan. That's like our bread and butter. M5CS. How long have you had this car?
Coming up in 3 months. Maybe we'll start a war in the comments with this, but I think it's the best BMW ever produced.
Really?
I haven't driven everything.
That's like new BMW, or are you saying like of all time?
I just think for what you're getting and what you can do in the car.
It's the
quote unquote,
Autobahn cruise missile. It really is.
It's fast. You can mountain drive it. You can track drive it.
Yeah.
You can drive it around the city. You can drive it around your neighborhood. It's just such a good car.
You wrapped it in this kind of like first edition style color, because the first edition M5s was one of 400, I believe, and they came in like this kind of dark maroonish color.
Every single M5 is just satin gray or satin green.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
I like to be a little bit out of the box here. The wheels and the trim is already gold. What goes with the, you know, this color? I was like, oh, Iron Man. Like, Iron Man's dope.
Yeah, that's
like,
actually, yeah, that's
you
a
know,
good point.
and so we nicknamed the car Iron Man. I have the plate coming for it. It's just gonna be Iron Man, which is pretty cool.
Sick. Yeah.
But that was the goal of this car, was just to be different with it. But
yeah, man, this one's really cool. This one's really fun.
Very
now
cool.
on to something that doesn't slide as well. 992 Porsche GT3 RS.
it's a PTS Olympic Blue. There's only, from my knowledge, and I think like actual official numbers, there's only 5 made in this color, 5 in the world,
Okay.
3 in America.
This car's sweet. You've had this probably the longest out of everything here, right?
In this collection, yeah, right
Yeah.
here.
This one also doesn't have our exhaust, but it has a good
No,
one.
it has a good one though,
It
but
has a good one.
it's probably one of the most known GT3 RSs on social media right now.
Yeah.
It's probably up there.
Yeah, Liam really drives his cars. I'm sure that you guys have probably seen it on Instagram if you're just scrolling through reels, but this car's probably seen like, what, 1,000 launches?
Oh yeah, we hit 100 launches before the first 1,000 miles.
Okay. And coming to the back of this 992, why is it RIP PDK?
You know, was sliding a corner one day on a very hot day, and tires locked up, stuck to the ground, and they say, I think this is the story from the text, they say the rear axles pretty much just blew, and that somehow also blew the PDK. So at 7,000 miles, we blew the PDK. That's why we go with the plate, RIP PDK. Apparently indestructible, but we've proven that
That's what
otherwise.
I was saying. Yeah, like PDK, the GT3 RS, I mean, nobody breaks these.
I was to be fair to Porsche, I'm a Porsche glazer. I was ripping it very hard that day. Very, that
Got
hard.
a little hot. It's fine.
That day
It's fine.
was abusive, to say the least.
Yeah. So this is why I am here. He had hit me up and said, hey, I'm thinking about buying a Huracan STO. And I was like, all right, knowing Liam, the way he drives, the content he does, it's exactly what everyone at Valvetronic loves to see. So, and social media just absolutely eats it up. So, you know, with our new True F1 program, I was just thinking in my head, okay, what could we do that would absolutely break the internet? That was to put our free flow headers and the True F1 rear section on this STO. That is a very intensive job though. So the engine has to come out. So how was that whole experience?
You should ask my tech on that one. I dropped it off and he said it was gonna get it done over the weekend because we were trying to film his content as quick as possible, get you coming down the week after, and we were just trying to get things done quickly.
I think they quote it like book is 40 hours or something.
It's right, yeah, 30 to 40 hours.
Yeah, 30 to 40 hours to drop the engine, put the headers on, and then, you know, put it back together. So, but it made for a ridiculous sound. I'm sure you guys have already heard it in this video, but it's definitely, it's the first in the US that's done the headers in our new True F1 rear section. And what's cool about the technology is the fact that the True F1 rear section works hand in hand with the headers. So you can put the headers on a car, like you guys may have seen Scott Disick just put it on his twin turbo STO. It doesn't give it that like F1 sound. You get more volume and a little bit more power, but with the design of this rear section, they work hand in hand together to just really give like that 5-liter Gallardo, Carrera GT, almost Lexus LFA type sound. How are you enjoying the setup so far?
It's insane. I don't even know how to read it. I get asked, right now I'm getting asked every single day, what do you like more, the GT3 RS or the STO? And it's like the same love, but just different personalities of a car.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely, I mean, it's so fun to just rip this car, the shifting and everything with this car is just so much better with the exhaust.
This is probably your loudest car now, I would say. Like this is loud.
I think it's one of the loudest cars in Charlotte right now.
Yeah, if not probably the loudest. Maybe there's some straight pipe Mustang that might be louder, but that might be it. Like, but seriously, this car, the whole project, thank you for your willingness, because you know what, like at the end of the day, none of this would have been possible without, you know, your tech, yourself, who, you know, even wanted to do such a big job on a car that you barely even drove it, did you? Before you did this
I
job?
owned it less than 24 hours before it was in the shop.
Under the knife, yeah, getting the engine out.
It was in the shop overnight. Huge shout out to Thompson Speed Factory for putting it all together that quickly. If you're in Charlotte, that's the only shop I recommend for these types of cars, at least. Full wrap on it.
Yeah, you did the whole wrap, exhaust, everything. So you kind of made the car your own now.
It's been Liamified very shortly.
Yeah, definitely. That being said, like, so obviously our system, you reached out to me. What made you choose Valvetronic over the competition? There's a ton of different really good exhaust systems out there for these 5.2 liter V10. So what influenced you to say, hey, I need the Valvetronic setup?
I think it's the truest thing I saw on social media from when you guys were developing the F1 exhaust, the full setup, and I was like, that's the pitch I want, that's exactly what I want. I don't think there's really any other company that was making it the same way.
Yeah.
There might be, probably gonna get corrected, but
yeah,
I mean,
no, there's one other company that made some really crazy sound out of it, but the problem is accessibility. So you had this crazy idea of getting this Huracan STO, making it the best sounding. And how long did it take to ship to your door? It was what, 2 days?
I actually, so funny story about this. I got the exhaust and everything before I got the car.
Yeah, see, okay, that makes
So the car
more sense.
took forever to get delivered. It took like 2-3 weeks to get delivered. The exhaust showed up before I even got the car.
Exactly.
So I was sitting in my office for about a month.
Yeah, you can now hang out with those SVJs, the 812s, and actually cruise around with them and have that same emotion while driving the car, and a super reliable 5.2 liter. So
I mean, you know my take. You've been hearing me say it all weekend.
Yeah.
I trash on SVJs and say, you know, I just don't like Aventadors and stuff. But again, probably get eaten alive by the comments, but
the chat.
I think this car is, especially for being in this car at $400K for the actual purchase car, and then about $15K shopping the whole setup.
Yep.
I think it's the best money you can get for $420.
Yeah.
I mean,
the experience that you're getting is like hypercar level of sound.
Seriously insane setup.
Alrighty, so that's who Liam is, and this is half of the fleet. Out of your entire collection, what do you think is now number one?
I'm a Porsche guy, so I feel like I have to say the GT3 RS just because, I don't know. Not that I grew up with this car. Obviously I didn't grow up with it, but in my car lifetime.
Yeah.
I got this car about a year ago, and that was not early on to my car, you know, endeavors, but
yeah,
this is what really taught me how to drive and kind of drive the way that you guys see on social media and stuff. STO though, I mean, I don't know. It's just with this setup, it just makes it sounds better. Like this just
definitely does.
It just it sounds insane. You can't even hear this car when
this is
right next to it,
which is crazy because they're both fully free flow.
I'm gonna go, and most people say you can't love things equally, but I love them both equally right now.
Yeah.
It's such a hard.
They'll tie at number one.
We'll tie it at number one for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up my entire trip down here to Charlotte. Thank you again, seriously, for the hospitality and showing what the Charlotte car scene really is like. It was pretty cool, ripping around all the different cars and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit of a longer one and kind of more vlog style, but if you guys want to see more content with our good friend Liam here, you can check out his Instagram. I'll put it right here. And then if you want us to fly back down here and maybe do some other fun projects, because as you guys heard earlier, 35 cars in a year or whatever it was.
There's gonna be a few more probably.
There's probably gonna be some more projects. So if you guys want more content like this, definitely drop a comment down below and let us know. If you guys want an exhaust system for any of the cars that you may have in your fleet, please head over to valvetronic.com. That being said, stay tuned for more supercar sound improvement projects. We got a lot more coming.